Hello and welcome to Drishtis in News. My name is Neil and today the topic under discussion is Mulla Periyar Dam. This dam has been in news due to certain reasons over the past few years, and again some new concerns have been raised. So we will discuss both the old disputes regarding this dam as well as the new concerns. This is how we will proceed with the discussion. We will discuss why it has been in news currently, and then we will discuss the history, the geography of this dam, as well as the old dispute, its history, as well as how certain steps were taken to resolve those disputes. Then we will discuss the current dispute, and then we will discuss several solutions that have been discussed by scholars over the past few years, and then you will have a question to practice your answer writing on. This dispute which we are going to discuss can be asked as a question in both GS paper 2 in a way of interstate relations, because this is a thorn of flesh between Kerala and Tamil Nadu, as well as also from GS paper 3 disaster management perspective. Now moving forward, this was the news that Mulla Periyar Dam, again Kerala and Tamil Nadu are at loggerheads with each other, and the dispute has revived after the recent rains. We know that southwest monsoon is receding from all over the country, but this southeast part of India, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, those parts they receive rains from northeast monsoon as well. So after these rains, again this dam is in news. Now let us know something about this dam. This is a very old dam, a British era dam constructed 126 years back. A composite gravity dam. There are several kinds of dams. Gravity dam is basically kind of dam in which, if this is the dam, so the water is stored on the basis of the strength of the wall, wall of the dam, which stops that water from overflowing or from flowing. So this is the composite gravity dam. It was built in 1895 on the Periyar river in the state of Kerala. Now this dam is located in Kerala but is controlled by Tamil Nadu. We will see why and how it happened. So it is located in the upper reaches of the river Periyar. So this is river Periyar. It flows from starts from Western Ghat and it flows into the Arabian Sea. So its direction you can see is southwest. So these are the downstream regions of this river, right? And after originating in Tamil Nadu, it flows into Kerala and then it flows into Arabian Sea. Now, after the construction of Mulla Periyar Dam here in Kerala, which is controlled by Tamil Nadu, I'll move away from the screen. You can see that water is transferred from this place to several districts including Theni in Tamil Nadu via several tunnels, and in between there is a hydroelectric project, Suruliyar hydropower project, that is also there. So this is about the location of this dam. So water is diverted from the reservoir. It is first used for power generation in the lower Periyar by Tamil Nadu before flowing into Suruliyar. Suruliyar is an important tributary of Vaigai river. It is an important piece of information to remember. And then it is used, the water is diverted for irrigation purposes into several districts of Tamil Nadu, including Theni. So this is about the location of this dam. Now let us know a bit about the history of this dam. So Maharaja of Travancore, basically Travancore and Cochin are the region which form the present day Kerala. So Maharaja of Travancore way back in 1886 ultimately signed Periyar lease deed with the British government. He resisted for over 20 years, but ultimately he was forced to sign this lease. And what was this lease? For 999 years, this land and the rights over this dam were given to Tamil Nadu. So the then Madras Presidency, present day Tamil Nadu. So this is the history, and in this the water of Periyar river was considered as useless for Travancore. So, the agreement said that this water is not needed for what is present day Kerala, and hence it would be diverted to the arid regions, dry regions of Tamil Nadu. Then later after independence, Kerala several times tried to renegotiate the terms, but very few terms have been changed. In 1959, Tamil Nadu started generation of electricity from this project, and since 1960s, concerns have been raised over the safety of this dam. So, one dispute has been on the ownership of the dam, that a colonial era lease agreement is governing the ownership over this dam. The second thing is that it has been called unsafe, and we will see how this idea was further substantiated over the years. Also, in 1961, this issue was raised before the Central Water Commission. Now, what Kerala did, that Kerala, several times this case went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said that for few years, the water level in this dam can be reduced and it will be increased thereafter. What Kerala did, it passed an act, Kerala Irrigation and Water Conservation Act 2003. In 2006, this act was passed because State List Entry 17 allows states to make such laws related to such dams and canals and so on. So, this act was passed and Mullaperiyar Dam was listed as endangered dam via this act. So, what it led to? It fixed the water storage limit at 136 feet. But this was not the end of the story. It was challenged in Supreme Court, and then Supreme Court intervened, and then it said that there will be a supervisory committee. That supervisory committee will take into account all the factors, and then it will reach a conclusion that what should be the level of water that should be allowed in this dam. And these recommendations are up to date, they keep on updating, they are dynamic in nature, and that is why erupted the present crisis, the current dispute. So, there has been a dispute over safety concerns. Kerala says that the safety is compromised. Tamil Nadu says that Kerala is overemphasizing on a threat which is not that persistent, which is not present actually. That is the view of Tamil Nadu government. Now, after there were unusual rains in the last few weeks, Kerala said that the water level should be maintained within 139 feet. Tamil Nadu said that it should be allowed to raise the water levels to 142 feet. The Supreme Court order came. Supreme Court had a supervisory committee. It had established it way back in 2014. So, that supervisory committee said that 139.5 feet is the right level to which the water should be allowed to be stored in this dam. And the Supreme Court asked both the states to go by the committee's recommendation. Now, Kerala pointed out, and these are the points we want you to be aware of. Kerala made important points. Kerala pointed out towards the devastating floods which were in the state in 2018 and how these floods came. One of the factors was that sudden discharges were made from Mullaperiyar Dam after water level went beyond 142 feet and the spillage shutters, the gates, suddenly opened. The excess water was flowed downstream to Idukki Reservoir, and that the Idukki Reservoir had also optimum water levels, so the water had to be discharged, and then there were devastating floods in Kerala. So, this is also why Kerala is so concerned about the water levels in this dam. Kerala is also saying that this dam is almost 126 years old. It is made up of lime and burnt brick material, and also it is located in seismically active area. There were two IITs report, IIT Delhi as well as IIT Roorkee. They both conducted several studies on the dam, and they said that it is located in seismically active area, 1, and 2, that it is unsafe. It has grown old, it is aging. So, it is located in seismically active area, and it is also dangerous for the lives and properties of millions of people. A UN report says that approximately 35 lakh people, 3.5 million people are at risk if anything happens to this dam. Now, in the event of heavy rains, there is a possibility of flooding the areas around the dam. Actually, Kerala has also started moving people away from the downstream regions near the Idukki Dam, keeping in mind what happened way back in 2018. So, what is the solution to this dispute which is plaguing the relations of these two states since independence? First thing, that the solution should keep the concerns of both the states in mind. Remember, Kerala has safety concerns, but Tamil Nadu has also concerns because the agriculture over 126 years has expanded a lot and depends primarily in those 4-5, especially in those 4-5 districts, from the water coming from this dam. So, there are millions of lives at stake from both sides. So, the solution should keep in mind the concerns of both the states. What are the concerns? Kerala has safety concerns, Tamil Nadu has water availability concerns. So, how to tackle both these concerns? First, new reservoirs should be made. Several small reservoirs can be made to for water conservation, so that Tamil Nadu is not over reliant on the water discharge or water storage from Mulla Periyar Dam. One thing. Also, the capacity of Vaigai Dam, we said that the water from this dam is transferred via tunnels to the Vaigai Dam, right? Now, the storage capacity of Vaigai Dam can be increased so that excess water can also be stored there. Also, construction of additional tunnels can be undertaken so that not that much water needs to be stored at Mulla Periyar Dam. It can be consistently flown to the areas where it is needed. Also, several audits need to be undertaken. A recent report, UN report of 2021 said that this dam is really weak, and that is why Supreme Court has taken so much cognizance of the safety concerns raised by Kerala. So, a real believable audit of this dam needs to be undertaken. If a new dam is needed, that needs to be made after consultation from both the states. So, these are few 6, 7, 8 points that can be mentioned as solution or potential solution to this problem. Now, there is a question for you. The question is that the issue of safety regarding dams often remains in dispute. Discuss the ongoing dispute between states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu in context of Mulla Periyar Dam. So, think over this question, practice your answer writing. We will see you in next episode.